Welcome back, everyone. It's New Mutator. I'm going to be bringing you Game 5 of Week 7 of Myth Kickballers. And it's kind of a mouthful, but it's going to be Paris versus Thor. Yet again, this is the game that I was not present for, so I'm curious to see how this turns out. It's going to be Game 5, and that means that the series is tied at 2 games apiece at this point. Paris has HW Falcon, Arsenic Drown, Scratch, Mercadon, and Renwood. So I guess Scratch took my place, I guess. Guess that's what happened. Thor's gonna have Fatty. I have no idea who that is. Who that's replacing? Sam the Butcher, Valky Dom, Dakman, Demolition, and Rower. So, pretty same teams. I'm not sure who Fatty's replacing. I don't know who that would be just from looking at it. Not quite sure. But this game is going to be Acts of Piety. It is going to be territories. So this is going to be interesting because this is a game slash map that I haven't game type slash map I should say that I haven't actually played too often in recent memory. I what we have played very often is something like Flag Rally on Acts of Cruelty, which is like another mesh, a variant of this. With dark units and different game type, but basically the same map. So this is going to be more of a light unit set. So I'm kind of curious to see how this plays out. So Thor's team is going to start here in the southwest, and opposite in the northeast. It's going to be Paris's team. I guess that's his trade here. So yeah, it's going to look like it's heavy on the Heron Guards, heavy on the Warriors, not quite as heavy on the goals, but there is enough pus here for 12 goals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so 13 goals. That's curious. One of those goals. Oh, that's right. Picking up random pus just lying around, huh? Is that on this map too? I forgot where that is already.
Game on.
Maybe it's not on this map. Oh, maybe there's no random pus lying around on this map. That's curious. So I guess the random pus that lies around on Acts of Cruelty is just basically for, as a safeguard against forest giants. Maybe to balance those out a little bit. That's interesting. I never really thought about
captured.
that. Thor on the other hand, I guess he's
captured.
actually, these trades don't look very divergent. They look pretty similar. Maybe what, 2 dwarves here for Thor? 3? 3 dwarves for Thor's. How many dwarves here for? Looks like 1. Oh, okay. So they are a little bit different because it looks like there's only 1 dwarf, 2 dwarves. Okay, maybe not that different. Maybe the trades are not that different. It looks like Thor also maxing out on the pus goals. We can see these Heron Guards basically healing those whites. 89%. So 11% worth of whites being healed for each team. Uh-oh. And yeah, since I haven't actually previewed this film, I'm kind of curious. I'm looking at the chat while I'm watching this unfold. Looks like there's a huge mid force here for Thor. Looks like there's a very small mid force here for Paris's team. There's going to be these thralls sitting on the flag. Basically, a single thrall sitting on the flag for Paris's team. They're probably going to rely on their scouting ability and their mobility to reinforce that when needed. As they are going to... Actually, what am I talking about? It's not capture. The flag is territory. So yeah, that makes more sense now that I think about it. Yeah, they are going to probably, sit around on this flag. Maybe they're going to move in and have fun mid here. I'm not sure what these guys are doing. I guess some of these units... Nope, Falcon is going to turn around and head back to the mid to reinforce here. That is going to be reinforced by Arsenic as well. This north forest, though, Mercadon is probably still going to run in here and try to do some damage. He is probably going to take this flag and he might swoop in and take this flag as well. So it's kind of like a race against the clock here, as this force here, they look like they're poised to move in on this flag over here. Actually, no, what am I talking about? The flag's over here. I'm all turned around. This force is going to try to put a dent in this force, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do that since all they have are these 2 Puskulls, and there's a lot of range and artillery here. This is where like 2 dwarves are.
Flag captured.
Some stuff is happening as a lot of these units are going to be focused down. Dakman is going to move in, but he is going to retreat because everybody else is retreating, as looks like Murkerdon is going to make his presence felt by throwing down some pus. Basically force this force to make a decision. Either they advance or they retreat, and it looks like they're kind of caught in the middle, and it looks like some Puskulls are going to focus them down in just a moment. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place here, as Murkerdon is going to try to move in and do some damage, although he is going to back out and try to let his teammates move in and maybe clean up the slower moving units. So he is basically trying to, I think Murkerdon at this point, probably just trying to draw these units out so that this force can move in. At the same time, though, it looks like Demolition going to start moving in as well, although a couple of these units are going to get pussed and taken out. Here's a dwarf. Falcon moving in with that. And HW doing a lot of damage. He is going to lose that dwarf though. 2 pus. Looks like Demolition is kind of in a bad place at this point, although these units here, kind of nice split between the 2 forces, as they are going to try to chase down the rest of Thor's team. They are going to engage here. Murkerdon going to move in at the last second and sandwich them, basically make it so that they're surrounded and hit on all sides. They'll fall a lot faster. 54-20% at this point, so that was very decisive in how it all went down. The way I saw it, Thor's team kind of got in a bad position there. They got surrounded, and although Demo ran in, I think his timing wasn't all that great, as you know, he was summarily dispensed with, and also the mid force for Paris actually did a pretty good split there. And they were able to focus down Demo, where half of them actually went down and focused down the remainder of the team, which got sandwiched between Murkerdon and wherever this is. Looks like Paris tag teaming that. They're going to move in and basically tag this flag here. I think there's hardly anything that's going to stop them. And that's where most of the action is at this point in time. As 14% and falling, as these archers get taken out 50 to 12% at this point. So yep, gonna focus down that last remaining Heron unit, and a couple of archers here. Does that goal have any pus? No, he's out of pus. And these Thrall, are they gonna walk off the flag? I mean, they might as well at this point. Thor, if he was concerned about his ratios, would probably be inclined to do that. As these archers get taken out, now it's down to 6%. Where's the remaining units? There's a couple of goals running around. Arsenic being chased by Demo. That's funny. Demo trying to get one last kill. Arsenic, if he kind of runs around an obstacle like this hill here, he might be able to lead that Heron to these archers, although it's very difficult to do. Oh, here it is. That Thrall coming out of nowhere. He's going to be able to have time to heal up. And that Heron unit probably going to be focused down at this point since he's stuck. He's stuck. Whoa! He managed to dodge, but in the end, Thor's team's going to get tagged, or flagged. Which basically means that the opposing team tags all flags. And this happening right as Falcon is going to engage with Thor's Thrall off flag here. I guess the Thrall was stuck, caught off the flag, and I guess Arsenic ran in and ended it. So that's going to be it for game number 5. Pretty interesting game. Let me know what you guys think and how this game panned out, if you took part in it. Looks like Murkerdon actually did really well. 17 kills, 4 losses, 137 damage. He basically had some pretty good tools to make something happen, and he was just in the right place at the right time. to pull one out for his team. So I would say that by itself, his flank by itself performed pretty well there in that mid engagement. In basically what you do with something like that is you run in, you force them to acknowledge your presence, to basically direct their energy towards you. Then you retreat and draw them, basically get them to turn around so that the force on the other side can it's their turn to move in and poke at them, and you take turns doing that until you whittle away their numbers to the point where you can just dispose of them in a straight up engagement. And that's kind of what how I saw that occurring here in this game. Other players that did pretty well. Arsenic, 8 kills, only 2 losses, 53 damage. That's not too bad. And Falcon actually did okay, 41 damage, 5 kills and 1 loss. I'm just looking at ratios at this point. Looks like Thor actually broke even, 76 damage. That's going to be the most on his team, it looks like. And everyone else actually got negative ratios. So he was the only one to get just baseline ratios, not negative and not positive. And everyone else were not able to really do much of anything. But the other thing is, you have to wonder if the teams were really all that fair, because Paris had Mercuron and Arsenic at this point, who were, pretty top tier players, if all things considered. And Thor had, he didn't have any big name players that you would say, yeah, they're heavy hitters. Rauer's pretty good. Demolition is, competent. A lot of these players are competent, but I don't know if they can, just doesn't seem to me that that they can kind of contend with something like this here. And these other players are not bad either. They're kind of on the same level as most of the players on Thor's team. But I would say Paris is a pretty good player. Mercadon, of course, is probably, I don't know if he's like the best player, but he's definitely very competent. And everyone seems to like Arsenic, and everyone thinks Arsenic is one of the best players. So Arsenic does manage to score pretty highly in most of the games that I've casted. So he does manage to pull out some numbers. So that leads me to believe that he's there might be something to his reputation. So yeah, that's one thing to consider when looking at this match. Was it really all that fair from the beginning? Some might say yes and some might say no, but that's going to be it for this match, as Paris's team was able to pull it out in game number 5, 3 games to 2, and defeat Thor. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video and this match, and we'll see you in the Winners Series. Hopefully I can get some of those games casted for you pretty soon. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.
Game over.